Hey everybody, Mike Chavez here once again. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Alright y'all, today, going back to basics. Today we're going to make a smoked barbecued meatloaf. But not just any meatloaves. This meatloaf's going to have some nice Cajun flavors to it. I'm on a Cajun kick, what can I say? I love some Cajun flavors. So today's cooker of choice is going to be the Char-Griller Gravity 980. That way I can control the temperature a little bit. Now you could do this on the Weber kettle if you want. I almost did. I thought about it, but then I said I haven't used the 980 in a while, so we're going to fire this thing up. So let me take you in the house. I'll show you how I put this together. We're going to have a couple sides. We're going to do some mashed potatoes. We're going to do some zucchini, onions, and tomatoes on the Blackstone. So y'all stick around. This should be really good. Let's do it. All right, y'all. Here's what's going in my meatloaf today. Got about a pound of ground beef. This is 85% lean ground beef, 15 fat, but you could use 20% fat, don't matter. Because we're also going to put a pound of ground pork. So this ground pork is 20% fat. We're going to put some bell pepper, onion, got some garlic, a couple eggs, and breadcrumbs. Now to season this, we use our KOSMO'S SPG. We're going to use some KFRED Cajun seasoning. We're going to use our Cajun power garlic sauce, and I'll probably put this over top of it too instead of barbecue sauce or ketchup, and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to cut up the peppers and onions and the garlic, and we're going to saute that down first. I like to saute my vegetables first for a meatloaf. That way I know they're done. Sometimes if you put raw vegetables in your meatloaf, they'll still be raw when the meatloaf is done. So I like to saute them up first. Puts a little bit better flavor in the meatloaf too. So I'm going to get these vegetables cut up and get them sauteed. Then we'll put the meatloaf together. Alright, we got our veg cut up. Onions. Just in, however small pieces you want. They ain't got to be too small. Got my yellow pepper. Now you could use green pepper, red pepper, whatever you want, but I just happen to have some yellow pepper on hand. And we got about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, all chopped up. So, let's go over here to our skillet. Skillet's getting hot. I'll put a few squirts of olive oil in here. Whiffs of smoke. Put our peppers and onions in. Alright. Give them a little toss. So we're just going to let these sweat. Not going to really brown them up. I just want them to cook down a bit. We'll go ahead and season the veg a little bit. So I'm going to use some my KOSMO'S SPG. Then a bit of KFRED. Alright. Onions and peppers sweated a bit. Onions starting to turn opaque. Put my garlic in there. Let this cook a bit. Like I said, I just want to get the rawness off these veg so they don't have a raw taste in the meatloaf. I'm going to go ahead and put them on a plate. I'm going to let them cool. So you don't want to put these in your meatloaf blazing hot. So kind of spread them out, let them cool. Alright, for my mashed taters, I got 3, 4, 5 smallish white potatoes. So I'm just going to kind of cut these up into quarters. Alright, so we're going to put these in a pot of cold water. Alright, for the zucchini, so I got 2 fat zucchinis here, an onion, some fresh tomato, some bacon, and we'll season these up on the Blackstone with some KOSMO'S SPG. So I'm going to cut all this up, zucchinis, tomatoes, onions. We'll put them in a pan and have them ready. Alright. Alright, so we got our squash cut up in pieces, onions ready to go, tomatoes just rough chopped, and our bacon. So I'm going to put everything in my hotel pan. Alright, for my meatloaf, so we got a pound of hamburger, pound of ground pork. Bring us a nice mixing bowl over. Put those in there. Make sure you get that paper off. Don't want that paper in there with them. There we go. So, go ahead and put some Worcestershire sauce in there. A tablespoon or so. Y'all should know me by now. I don't measure too often. KOSMO'S SPG. Need your meatloaf to be seasoned. And put a little KFRED, maybe 1/4 teaspoon. Put a little Cajun power garlic sauce in there. Maybe a good tablespoon or so. We'll put our cooled veg in there, onions and peppers and garlic. Don't forget your eggs. Don't want no shell. Two eggs. Alright. Put about 1/4 cup of breadcrumb in there. There we go. Looking pretty good. So you could put this in a pan if you want to, but since this is going on the smoker, I'm going to want this to get the full benefit of the smoke. Spray this rack a little bit with some non-stick. Get this out, kind of shape it in a loaf shape. And we'll cook it right on that rack, just like that. Alright y'all, so in the charcoal hopper, I already have a little bit of charcoal in the bottom. So our smoking wood of choice today is going to be some more of this maple. I still have some of this left. So I'm going to put 3 pieces of the maple wood in there. We got some Kingsford. So, got charcoal underneath, wood in the middle, charcoal on top. So I'm going to get this thing fired up. We'll get it up to temp, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Alright, to fire this thing up, use my flat charcoal lighters and put it on the shelf in here. Fire this thing up. Alright, we got this on going. So I'm going to go ahead and set my temp to 350. There we go. Alright y'all, we hit our target temperature. 350. It's been sitting there for about 15-20 minutes. So we're just going to cook this right on the rack. That'll be fine, just like that. So, I'm going to go ahead and put my food probe in. Put this down in the middle of the meatloaf. So our target temperature for the internal temp of the meatloaf would be 160. So I'm going to let this come up to about 120 or so. Then I'm going to put some that Cajun garlic sauce on top. So let's put this thing to bed. I'm going to go inside, start my taters, get them boiling, and I'll bring the squash and bacon and tomatoes and onions out. All right, y'all, we hit 100 degrees on our meatloaf. Let's take a peek. It's looking really good. So I'm going to go ahead and put my Cajun power garlic sauce on here. Now you could use barbecue sauce, you could use ketchup. My mom used to use tomato soup, just straight out of the can. Whatever you want. But today we're staying with the Cajun theme. So we're going to try this Cajun power garlic sauce. Alright, y'all, let's get the squash started. So get me a little bit of oil over here. Put down a little bit of avocado oil. Alright, put the bacon on. Alright, so this bacon is rendered down. So we're going to move it over, leave the bacon grease. So we'll put our squash and onions on. Season the squash up with our KOSMO'S SPG. Give it a toss. All right, you can see some of these are getting nice and browned up. So let's go ahead and put the tomatoes on. Give it a toss. All right, these are about done. Put our bacon back. Toss it in there. Go ahead and take it out, put it in the hotel pan. Let it finish cooking in the hotel pan. Lid on. Alright, let's check on that meatloaf. Alright, y'all, the app says 160. Let's see what we're looking like. Oh man, that looks good. Nice and tight, 161, 162. This bad boy's ready to come off, y'all. Right. It's a little stuck, but we got it. Here we go. We'll put it in the hotel pan. Take it in the house, let it rest. Look at that thing. All right, so we got the meatloaf ready to go. Got our squash ready to go. So let's get these taters done. All right, so the way I'm gonna do these taters, I'm just gonna take a real tater masher, mash them up. Now, mash it up, mix that butter in there. A little sour cream, about 3 fat tablespoons. Got some Parmesan cheese, and we'll put some KOSMO'S SPG. With a good mix. Slice up this meatloaf. Nice end piece. Ooh. Get that end piece. Mashed taters. Cheesy mashed taters. All right. Get some of this squash with tomatoes, onions, and bacon. Here we go. Looking awesome. Here we go, y'all. Smoked Cajun meatloaf. Cheesy mashed taters. Zucchini with onion, tomatoes, and bacon. All right, y'all, here we go. Some Cajun style smoked meatloaf, cheesy mashed taters, and some squash, bacon, tomato, onion. Of course, first thing we're going to do is try this meatloaf. I'm going to get this end piece here. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Smelling awesome. Y'all ready for this? I'm ready for this. I'm starving. Taste! Oh my goodness. This has got to be the best meatloaf I ever had. Taters. Squash. Right on, everybody. That is really, really good. Got another winner. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up. Any comments, questions, leave them below. Got some more videos over here for you to watch. And if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe right there, y'all. I appreciate it. So, thanks for coming. We'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody. Taste!